Oh, you're tanky. Oh, they can grab your melee weapon and they have their own combo? Okay. Interesting. Alright, we'll have to keep that in mind for the future of facing those things. That. Nothing in there. Not sure why we need to unlock that. Okay, we need to be careful. Listen to the rains down. Hear the thunderstorm? That's crazy. Four is closed. That is closed. So we had to find a different way into L1, which is probably the wraparound there. M3 is completely barred. M2 is a no. M1, however, has shotgun bullets. Chain. Oh, this is the box with the 4 locks. If you remember in the OG one, there was 4 different locks with 4 different, like, you needed like a key and like 2 combinations. It was crazy. So this is a reference to that. Very cool. I love those moments of where they're like, hey, remember this? That was cool. Now keep going, you know? Okay, so we need a key for that. I'm a big fan of when games play homage to the things they've remade while also being their own thing. This game is doing a very good job. Oh, is this the getting sucked by a needle thing? Yep. Yes, it is. Also, you have hepatitis, you have tetanus, you have all sorts of diseases, James. You're not making it out of Silent Hill, sorry to tell you. Hey, look at what we found. Shotgun. Okay, we're gonna stick with the handgun for now. We'll save shotguns for those dangerous endeavors. Grab a health drink. Can we open a door over here? Okay, so we got a needle, and we got the shotgun, and I'm not using a shotgun on you, but oh, ow. I don't know why he swung out the door. Oh, I need to get... Okay. I need to get better about dodging both strikes of that attack. Okay, let's check the nurse's lounge. There's a nurse in the nurse's lounge. Who would have guessed? Key for L1. Okay. Can we break this TV? Oh, you can break TVs. That's a very satisfying and dangerous thing to do, by the way. CRTs like that, they have a cathode ray tube, which is why they're called CRTs. And if you try to break one of them like that, you have a chance where they just explode and put glass everywhere, which the younger generation has found out a lot of times the hard way, when they take a hammer to the screen and all of a sudden it just goes boom. So yeah, there's a big tube in the back of them, and especially older TVs, and if you hit them, that tube goes and releases. Yeah, so be careful doing that. It's a great way to injure yourself. Okay. Treatment room is closed. Stairs are open. This should be shortcut, right? It is a shortcut, but I heard something on the other side of that. Yeah, that or they're behind me. Ah, okay. I was like, how do we get into L1? The door that's locked. Ooh, I do not like this room. Okay, we're gonna have to push something. Okay, I think I know where we have to push it, so I think it's gotta go. Where does it have to go? Oh, over here maybe? Yeah. Alright, so let's grab this, doors being locked. Great. Okay. Well, whatever's in here is causing us a hard time. They said... No, they brought in the girl today. The poor thing hasn't said a word. She just sits there, head in her hand, sobbing and quivering. I moved her to a corner bed. Seems to have calmed her down a bit. She even smiled at me, I think. So we get nothing for this? Oh, no, we gotta go this way. Aw, it's a little, like, pillow fort thing. That's cute. Okay, yeah, we're going into a room that was blocked off. That's what I figured. Ammo, definitely take that. Okay, I hear you. Oh. Okay, we have to go through there, which is going to be fun. Can we get in these lockers at all? Nope, no health items, no ammo, nothing. Okay. Hey Void, how you doing? Wait, we're using this to go down? Interesting. Done with our adventures for now. What'd you guys get up to today? Ouch. Claustrophobic are you, James? Breakfast, went to the mall, and Spirit. Nice. Okie dokie. So we went down a floor. Huh. Places are, yeah. Yeah, places tend to be less busy when people are at work and stuff, so that makes sense. I was waiting to stand up and just be face to face with a nurse. What do we got? They won't. Why won't they help me? Why do they keep me in here with him? Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Jesus Christ. You feel the ambient sound is way too busy in this? Oh, there's the key. You had to get the 2 parts of that key. I remember that puzzle too. No, it's pretty, like... You get the wind. In this area, sometimes you can hear... If you're close to a window, you can hear a thunderstorm. And then occasionally there's breathing, which I think is just a subtle reminder of, you know, what's going on. Because it happened in the apartments, too. You were watching someone last night and he was being super critical. I mean, yeah, if I can see where some people... But, like, if you've ever played, like, any of the Silent Hills, there's points where you have, like, ambient noise, you got monster noise, you've got, like, the backing musical track where it's going, you know, all of that. But we're not getting, like, we don't even have musical tracks, right? We just got... Okay, so this is first armband. We've just got the ambient sound. So... But no, I would not say that it's too busy. At least not so far as I've experienced. Okay. Oh, that was satisfying, dude. That has been the most satisfying kill I've ever done on a mannequin. Just the idea of being like leg, chest, and they're down. Dude, that was awesome. This combat is starting to feel better and better now that I've understand about, like, the leg. Because if you shoot them in the leg, you could knock them down to a knee. But the fact that I was like, leg, and they, like, stumbled, and they hit the other leg, and they were like, oh, I'm down. And then I shot them in the chest. That was cool. I like that. Just to let us know seems superfluous, like, not tied to any specific narratives. The ones I've seen so far just be... They're all connected to the narrative. Like, basically every note that we have... memos. Right? So, like this one, for example. This is talking about a patient that we learned about, which is, one, it's part of a puzzle. Where is it at? Like, I think it's this one, this patient here, right? Patient C1. I don't know where we're at, but I don't know. I don't know what patient this is, but basically, they all seem to be part of a puzzle in some way. And the whole idea with Silent Hill is that the monsters, the lore, all of the stuff that you get interact with is going to be connected in one way or the other. But, like, the hospital is meant to be, at least in my opinion, part of the discussion James has with the idea that Mary is dead, which he has stated multiple times. And he states at the very beginning, she died of that damn disease, right? So why would you not, you know, be dealing with patients and stuff in a hospital? Because he probably visited her in the hospital quite a bit, right? Like, that's just something he would normally do. So this is kind of a reminder of that life of her dealing with the illness. So I don't know. I haven't really run anything against that I would say is superfluous. I definitely think there's some things that are just broadening the scope. So they toned down Pyramid being fiendish, but I don't feel like they changed him. Critique seems a little... Oh. I mean, I would say in the scene with the mannequins, which I'm guessing is what that person was referencing, I would say that it definitely doesn't feel like there was as much, we'll say, thrusting going on the side of Pyramid Head, but it still was very much getting the point across of taking a mannequin and forcing the legs open while holding them. Like, you still get the point across very clearly about what's going on there. So I don't know if I agree with that, but again, everyone's entitled to their critique of the game. I think there's just going to be some people that are going to be considerably more. Yeah, he also drags the other one, which is what he does in the base game. Okay, so we fell down the hole. We got one of the things. Maybe we need to go put the thing on the hand, but no, I haven't really run into anything that I'm like, this is really weird. Why did they make that design choice? Yeah, this is. You can hear the rain. And see, what's cool is, if you notice, and I'll show you in a second, when we hear the rain, let me get somewhere where there's not rain. We don't hear the ambient wind. So, like, here. You hear the wind now? Those, like, that, like, sound of being inside. So it actually shuts off one of the ambient noises to give you a different one depending on where you're at. So that's why I was like, I don't think there's a lot of ambient noise. I think they manage it pretty well. Okay, so let's put this on there. Guessing it's 45. I think we're getting a code off of that, but yeah, I don't know. And like I said, if that's how they feel, that's perfectly fine. Oh, there's stairs in the top left. That's where we need to go. That's perfectly valid. Like, because I will say there's probably some people that aren't going to like this nurse design, because if you look at this nurse, she's actually more buttoned up than like later versions of this nurse. Oh. Okay. So, you know, and I think there's critique to be had. Don't get me wrong. I don't really think any game is perfect. That fight could have gone a lot better. I wasted a lot of ammo. Mainly because I got pushed around this corner, but... Okay, let's try this again. Maybe if I aim a little higher. See, that's the problem. When they stumble, it's a little bit harder to aim for the legs. But, the garters are, yeah. Yeah, like, again, I have not really run into many issues so far, other than, you know, some optimization issues, which I have found that there are a lot of people with optimization issues with this game, which is definitely something that needs to be talked about. I do feel like on release there's going to be some people, hey, it's a bird chasing a rabbit. Interesting. So Laura definitely went this way. Hydrotherapy room. Okay, there's a save right there. I'm gonna go ahead and use this save before we do anything. Hydrotherapy room. I hear you. Homecoming with Silent Hill 2 storyline? Not even close. How many nurses are there in here? Okay. Oh, she does a triple attack. Interesting. The hell? That was interesting. Wow, these nurses are tanky. I wanted to do a full melee fight just to see. But Jesus Christ, they're tanky. I don't know why they're giving us so much bullets. But no, I don't think that's an apt description. The thing is I think there's going to be some people that, because it's changed at all, they're just gonna be, like, against it. God dang it, dude. And I don't think it's ever a good critique that because something is different than the original that it makes it inherently bad. I do think there's a conversation to be had about the changes, obviously, but I am just never of the mind that, oh, if it's remade, it must be a bad thing. And it's just like that. Two things can exist at once. I think that's the thing that kind of annoys me. Now, don't get me wrong. Preservation is key. I would much rather every company that has an IP give the original the ability to be bought and sold anywhere possible, so as many people can play the originals as possible, because guess what? These discs will eventually rot away, right? These eventually will rot away, and no one will have a disc anymore, and it's just, it is what it is, right? But if there's ways of getting the game digitally and permanently, we can preserve the games. That's always should be first priority. But after that, remakes can be a really good way for people to get in the series. You know how many people I've seen already? Like 6 people with my own eyes that said this is their first Silent Hill game. This is what's getting them into the series, right? So it's one of those that, like, that to me, I was talking to a friend about last night. That to me is more important than anything else. The fact that we might have just hundreds, if not thousands, of new Silent Hill fans, is just, that's great. Because that means I get to share my favorite series with all of those people, right? They get to learn why I love this series, right? So, again, preservation is key, but just because something's a remake, especially if it changes some stuff, that does not make it inherently bad. That just makes it different. So, but anyways, day 1, patient transferred for observation. Malnourished, shallow breathing, avoids eye contact, agitated in the presence of staff, frantic at the notion of touch. Day 2, patient refuses solid food, nasogastric force feeding required, serotonin antagonist administered to reduce nausea and vomiting. Patient restrained for bathing and feeding. Prepare the treatment room accordingly. Progressing malnourishment, oxygen deficiency, self-injury suspected, could not confirm. Something is very... And that's the end of that. So... But, saw more scenes with Maria. Dude, I love this new Maria. I'll be honest. At first I was like, okay, here we go. How are we gonna do this? I love the new Maria. I like her voice. I like the way she moves. She even, we had a scene, a little bit of a spoiler for, there's literally a scene where we were going through the motel. She holds up her old outfit and she goes, what do you think? You know, should I, what do you think I'd look good in this? And James is like, sure. So they know what they changed it. It was a part of, you know, it's a part of the plan. Yeah, she has a sway to her is how I would probably explain it. Okay, we need a combo. Okay. We'll have to figure that out. Oh, that's probably what the wristbands do. That probably have wristband numbers. We'll come back to that door, do that, and that'll give us a button for the puzzle, I'm guessing. What do we got here? Inner ward. What is that singing? Also, I know we didn't look through that hatch where Laura most likely is. But yeah, no, I actually really like this new Maria. I'm very interested to see, because I talked about it when we saw Eddie the second time. They made Eddie sinister. Like when you see him the second time, I'm like, oh, they're not holding back and trying to be like, oh, it's going to be kind of sneaky and subtle. No, the way that you meet Eddie the second time is like, okay. I can see this transition to, you know, what he's going to be by the end. So, Dr. Andrews, we delivered the radiographs you requested. However, it looks like the file was incomplete, as one of the pictures was nowhere to be found. We will send somebody as soon as we locate it. Let me know if you need anything else. Said Laura was too aggressive. She acts the exact same. She steps on her hand, and she calls you like names. It's literally what she does in the original. No, she doesn't like James, and she has a reason not to like James. Okay. Oh, I got a map. Oh, this is interesting. Can I rotate? I can. So, and then this will go here. No. Maybe here. Yes. Okay. So we need a picture in the middle. Also, what does that say? Skull from trauma from childhood. The remnant of something. Interesting. I wonder who this is about. Oh, is it just right here? Radio... Ooh, of pelvis. Okay. So we need to rotate like this. 4. Oh, we need another thing. I always get the impression that if everything is manifestation, she's definitely innocent punching. Yeah. Well, there's the scene in the hotel, which we'll get to. Again, I'm trying not to spoil too much while we actually play through this, because they might also change a little bit of stuff. So far, that hasn't been the case. Like they've had the same conversations, just sometimes in different locations. Okay, so we need one more film to get the old fracture there to get the last 2 numbers, but yeah, no, she from the start says like blames James for Mary. Like she's basically like a guilty conscience for James. So yeah, she steps on his hand, kicks the... Yeah, that's exactly what she does in the original. She steps on her hand, kicks the key, and goes, ha, and then, like, leaves. Okay, so let's open this now.
Hey, are you okay?
Speaking of Laura...
Go away!
Don't be afraid, I just want to talk.
Okay. Alright, so let's see. We are on the 3rd floor. Oh, there's some stairs in the top left. It's like that she seems afraid of him. I'd be afraid of him. I know what James has done. Let's just go to the roof. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm wondering if we're gonna get a scene here. Oh, we don't. Oh, but we have the inner ward key. We can't do that though. We can't go to the roof just yet, but the roof does have access, so that's interesting. Because there is a scene on the roof that I'm wondering if they keep or if they're just going to make an illusion to. Okay, this is the 2nd floor, but then we have to go... Because we can't go down these stairs, excuse me. We could go across to the elevator. going, but